Hey guys, how you guys doing? This is Random Chaos, as you guys all know. Making a video for you guys today. It's been a while. I've been working again, so don't really have much time to make a video for you guys. But I thought today, since I didn't work, I'll make a video for you guys. And today we're making a video for the Cleveland Browns. I'm gonna be discussing a little bit of everything for them, what they did in free agency, what their schedule looks like, and what my prediction will be for their outcome of 2017, and also the draft. So without further ado, guys, let's get started, and thank you guys for watching. Let's start off with what they did in the free agency. As we all know, they did the weirdest trade of all mankind in my mind. Not sure why they would get him. Maybe he does work out, but they traded up for Brock Osweiler, and got a second round pick as a sweetener from the Texans. So I mean, that's a good thing for the second round pick, but I mean, if you think about it, they're gonna be forced to pay Brock Osweiler $52.6 million for the next 3 years. And he's due Brock Osweiler is due $24 million guaranteed. So I don't know why they would have done that trade unless they really want to keep him and they feel confident in him. But I mean, who knows? The next guy they ended up targeting was right guard Kevin Zeitler. I believe he used to play for the Bengals. He went over to the Browns. He signed a 5-year contract worth $60 million with $31.8 million guaranteed. That's a really good pickup in my mind. I actually give this pickup a B plus. Reason why I give it a B plus and not an A is because Kevin Zeitler has also been known to be injury prone. He was injured, I think, 2 years ago for the whole season, and then last year he didn't really play as well as he wanted to. I think he allowed like 2 or 3 sacks on Andy Dalton. So I mean, this is a better upgrade than most of the offensive linemen that the Cleveland Browns have. The next guy they end up targeting is another offensive lineman. They targeted J.C. Tretter. He used to play for the Packers. They picked him up for under a 3-year contract worth $16.8 million with $10 million guaranteed. I think this is a really good signing. I give this one a B plus as well. Reason why is Tretter is a really injury prone guy as well. He was injured last season, I believe. I think he only played in like 10 games last year. $10 million guaranteed for this guy is too much on my mind. I think they should have signed him for at least $12.8 million for 3 years. Maybe give him $6 million in guarantees, but maybe he works out for them. Still a better upgrade than what they have at center. The next guy, I do not agree with the signing, especially the amount of money that they're giving him. Kenny Britt, wide receiver. He used to be the wide receiver for the Rams. The Browns picked him up under a 4-year contract with $32.5 million with $17 million guaranteed. That's a huge number of money, a huge amount of money for this guy. Definitely not your he's not a Odell Beckham. He's not a Antonio Brown, Julio Jones. He's more like a maybe, I don't even know, man. I just don't like this. I don't like this pickup. I think they should have kept Terrell Pryor. Either way, then just a couple of days ago, they ended up picking up much needed defensive back in Jason McCourty. They signed him for 2 years, worth $6 million with $2 million guaranteed. Now this is a good pickup. I know that McCourty's up there in age, but you know what? This is a really good pickup for them. They need a cornerback to accompany Joe Hayden to try to relieve some of Joe Hayden's weight on his back. This is a really good signing. That I believe they're gonna have a really good secondary this upcoming season. Let's go with what they did in the NFL draft. As we all know, they picked with the first overall pick. They selected defensive end Myles Garrett out of Texas A&M. I again believe that this guy, he's gonna be a really good high motor guy for these guys to begin with. I think he's just gonna really do really good for them. Hopefully he develops quickly for them, because he's a much needed defensive end. They need some help on that defense really quick. I believe he and Jamie Collins will just create havoc together. And not to forget that I always forget his first name, but his last name is Ogba. He's really good defensive end too, so this should be good. They have some pretty young guys on there. The next guy they ended up getting is safety Jabril Peppers out of Michigan University. Another guy that I believe is going to be really helpful for their team. Then they ended up trading for the 29th pick in the NFL draft and selected tight end David Njoku from Miami University. Again, I think this is a really good pick for them. They needed a tight end. I'm not okay with what they did with Gary Barnidge, letting him go that quickly. I think they should have let Barnidge stay there. Maybe cut his contract a little bit to a little bit, smaller margin of pay, and try to make Njoku learn from Barnidge. But at the same time, what do I know? Either way, in the second round, they ended up getting quarterback DeShone Kizer out of Notre Dame. Really good pickup for them. I do not believe that DeShone Kizer is ready to start. I do not think he's going to start. Maybe next year he'll start, but as of now, I don't think he's going to start. The next guy they ended up getting defensive tackle Larry. I'm sorry, I'm going to pronounce this as best as I can. Larry Agunjabi from North Carolina. I don't know too much of this guy, but hopefully he's a good pick for them. They ended up getting cornerback Howard Wilson from Houston. I don't know where he's going to fit in this scheme now because of the hiring of Jason McCourty. Then you got, that Taylor guy in there. You got Hayden. You got a couple of other guys there. They ended up picking offensive tackle Roderick Johnson out of Florida State. Don't really know anything about him, but anything's an upgrade for them on offensive line. They ended up getting defensive tackle Caleb Brantley out of Florida University. This is a really big steal for them. I feel like Caleb Brantley should have gone at least in the third or fourth round, but of course he had that off the field thing going on. As of now, he's been cleared. Everyone dropped the charges. So Caleb Brantley, I can see him being the second guy behind Danny Shelton. So I feel like them two are going to create havoc as well. So I really do feel like the Cleveland Browns will have a defensive line to be messing with. The next guy they got is a kicker named Zane Gonzalez out of Arizona State. This guy has a big leg. I believe when he was in college, his longest kick was like a 56, 55 yarder. It's not that bad. Of course, in the pros, he's going to have to do a lot better. But for in college, 55 yards is pretty good. The last pick they got was running back Matt Days out of NC State. This guy's more of a third down kind of running back, more like a Danny Woodhead type of guy. I feel like they're gonna keep him, but at the price they're gonna have to let go of a running back. And I think it's going to end up being Duke Johnson, who they let go, or maybe end up trading to some other team. So that's what they got in the draft. Let's go with the last piece of what I have for them. This is their 2017-2018 schedule. Week 1. So I'm going to tell you the schedule first, and then I'm going to tell you my prediction. So, week 1, they face the Steelers. Week 2, they're at the Ravens. Week 3, they're at the Colts. Week 4, they face the Bengals. Week 5, they face the Jets. Then week 6, they're at Texans. Week 7, they're against the Titans. Week 8, they're against the Vikings. Then week 9, they have a bye week. Then week 10, they're at Lions. Then week 11, they're against the Jaguars. Week 12, they're at the Bengals. Week 13, they're at the Chargers. Week 14, they face the Packers. Week 15, they face the Ravens. Week 16, they're at the Bears, and week 17, they're at the Steelers. So that's their schedule. This is my prediction now. I believe week 1, they're going to lose to the Steelers by a margin of 27-14. I think week 2 at the Ravens, they're going to surprisingly end up beating the Ravens 21-17. I believe this is going to be, I think the way it's going to go is they're going to be down by 3 points against the Ravens in the late in the fourth quarter. Here comes Brock Osweiler, throws it a long pass to Kenny Britt, maybe 40, 50-yard touchdown, and they end up winning the game 21-17. Then they're at the Colts. They lose to the Colts 35-24. Now the reason I say they lose to the Colts is because, number one, I feel like Andrew Luck's gonna have a comeback year. As far as what I mean by comeback year, I mean like they're gonna the Colts are just gonna be up there again and stuff like that. So yeah, then against the Bengals, I say they're gonna beat the Bengals 28-14. Then the week 5 they face the Jets. I feel like they're gonna beat the Jets 21-14. Then they're at the Texans. I say they're gonna lose to the Texans 17-10. Then week 7 they're at the Titans. I say they're gonna lose to the Titans 35-17. Then they're at the Vikings. I say they surprisingly beat the Vikings by a margin of 21-17. And then by the bye week they're sitting at 4-4 right now after the bye week. So here comes week 10. They lose to the Lions 28-16. Then week 11 they beat the Jaguars 24-21 in overtime. Then at week 12 they're at the Bengals. They lose to the Bengals 26-13. Then week 13 they lose to the Chargers 28-10. Then they're at the Packers. Then they face the Packers. They lose 28-14 to the Packers. Then week 15 they beat the Ravens once again, but this time they beat them by 3 with 20-17. And then week 16 they beat the Bears 23-16. And then week 17 they surprisingly beat the Steelers 20-16. With this being said, they end up having their best scored season. And for the past couple of seasons, they go 8-8, missed the playoffs, but they finished third in the seed, in the AFC North seed. I believe the Bengals will end up going. They're gonna have a losing record. I'm sorry to say that, but I think for the first time they're not the first team to be in last. So I think this is gonna be an upgrade. I believe next season in 2018-2019 season they're gonna be a really good contender. So that's my Cleveland Browns recap, and remember guys, stay classy and thank you for watching.